It was a dark Friday in Jerusalem. Heavy clouds gathered over Golgotha, as if the sky was crying. At the foot of 3 crosses, a Roman soldier waited for his orders. Another crucifixion. Just another day for Rome. But this man, Jesus of Nazareth, was different. He wasn't afraid. He didn't cry out. He was calm. Even as nails were driven into hands that healed and helped, he stayed quiet. The crowd laughed, but the sky turned dark. And when the hammer struck, the ground shook. The soldier had done this many times, but this time, something inside him changed. It wasn't guilt. It was something deeper. As Jesus hung there, hurt and tired, he said softly, "Father, forgive them. Forgive them. Forgive me." The temple curtain tore in two. The sky went dark at noon. The earth cracked open. And at that moment, the soldier dropped his spear. "Surely," he whispered, "this was the Son of God." That night, he could not sleep. He saw the cross in his dreams, and those eyes full of love, even for him. He left his post. He walked through the hills of Judea, searching for peace, but only hearing the sound of forgiveness. He heard stories. The tomb was empty. Jesus was alive. Many believed. And something in the soldier began to change. He found the followers of Jesus. He knelt before them. Tears came from a man who never showed any before. A soldier, broken by mercy. They welcomed him. They baptized him. He took a new name. Not a soldier of Rome anymore, but a follower of Christ. Years passed. He traveled through towns, not with weapons, but with a message. The man he helped kill had also died. For him. He helped the sick. He fed the hungry. He sat with the forgotten and told them about the eyes on the cross, not angry, but full of love. Rome heard the news. A former soldier preaching Jesus? They called it a crime. They arrested him, not for killing, but for kindness. In court, he stood strong. "I pierced his side," he said, "and still, he forgave me." He was sentenced to die by sword, but he was not afraid. He had watched the Lamb die. Now he would follow him to heaven. His last words were the same he heard at Golgotha. "Into your hands, I commit my spirit." He died, but he rose again, not in body, but in heaven. And there, well, on time, he saw Jesus again. Not bleeding, not hurt, but crowned in glory. Jesus looked at him. The same eyes, still full of love, still full of mercy. No longer a soldier, no longer a sinner. Now, a son. His story spread, in scrolls, in whispers, in the hearts of those who believed. A man who once killed now told the story. A hammer turned to healing. A life saved by the very blood he once spilled. If you think you've done too much wrong, remember him. The man who held the nails and was still held by grace. This is the good news. Not about perfect people, but perfect love. A Savior who died not just for good people, but even for those who hurt him. The soldier's name was forgotten by Rome, but remembered in heaven. Not for what he did to Jesus, but for what Jesus did for him. This is the story of the man who crucified Christ and found new life at the foot of the same cross. The moral of the story: no matter how far you think you've fallen or what mistakes you've made, forgiveness and new beginnings are always possible.